This is sequence 6E substitutions basics. During the last video, we have executed the following command to show certain files in the report directory. And we had to use 2 expansions to do it. Using substitutions, we can shorten this command this way. So we have used braces and we have put those 2 sub-expansions inside. For the braces, those are simple strings, and then it will construct from this little set of string 2 different strings, which are the 2 previous expansions. We can see how the shell do it by prefixing the command by echo and putting those 2 sub-expansions into between quotes to stop the shell from parsing them as expansions. And then, as you see, the command was constructed and it looks exactly like the previous command without the substitution. So it was the first string, which start with star, concatenated with this sub-expansion, concatenated with this string. This generated this one, and the second one was generated the same way, this one with this one with this one. So to execute it, let's take the quotes off, then run the command, and the result is exactly the same, except that the command is shorter than the first one. Let's go back to the home directory and then create some directories. Here we want to create a main directory named resource, and then inside we want to create 3 subdirectories: doc, progs, and other. So to do it, we can do it this way. So -p will create the parent, so it will permit us to create resources and its subdirectories in one command. V tells the command to show what's going on, the steps it's executing. Then resource doc, and then progs, and then other. So this command will work, but it's too long. So to short, we can make it shorter than that using substitutions. the braces. And now it will be resources with this one, resources with this one, and resources with others. Let's use echo to see how the shell will build the final command before running it. So you see it's making it the right way. Then just have to run the command, and then as you can see our directories were properly created. Now let's list those directories. You can use the ls command. L will show the long listing, the details of the directories. Then D will show the directory and not what's inside. So if we use this one, it will show all the directories except the resources. As you can see, there is doc, other, and procs. And since we want to see also the listing for resources, we have just to add a blank or an empty string to the sets between the braces. And here we have resources concatenated with an empty string, which gives resources, and the rest will work like the previous command. Now let's create a file named file1 in each one of those directories. Let's prefix it by echo to see what is going on. So it will be touch, then resource, concatenated with doc, concatenated with file1, which gives this one. And then the same with the two others. Now let's list them. So ls ld here, since we know that the only directories we have inside the resources that contains file1 are doc, other, and procs, we can just put star here. So this is the simplest of the substitutions the shell can do, and it's used to simplify commands, to generate strings, and it has many other features. For example, let's run a command which creates a complex directory hierarchy. So can you do it using mkdir pv, and then let's do it here, test. Then inside test we'll have two directories, documentation, doc, and and files. So inside doc we'll have internal and external, and inside files we'll have private and public, and each one of those directories will have a subdirectory final and draft. So this command will create a test directory. Inside it will be two subdirectories, doc and files. Inside doc it will be internal and external, and inside each one we'll have two subdirectories, final and draft, and we'll have also another directory inside test, which will be files. Inside it will have private and public, and inside each one of them we'll have two subdirectories named final and draft.